And we kept it so secret that most of the people in the company still thought it was like a $120,000 car to when, up until Mark Royce announced, you know, the 59,990 for a 2020 Stingray. Even in the company, it was so secret that people still didn't realize
even
what
on
we
our
were
own
doing.
team, even Corvette team members, if their job,
People were like, what? You're selling it
working
for
on
that?
the front engine car still, we didn't invite them to the mid-engine car meetings. It was a wall even in our own team.
And we kept it so.
Do you guys realize that I have been attacked? My character has been slaughtered across the C8 groups and forums that General Motors can't keep a secret, and how would they ever keep a Grand Sport a secret when they, Taj and Harlan, admit right there that they were keeping the regular Stingray a secret. See, originally everybody thought that the mid-engine car was going to be like the Zora, and that the front engine car was going to continue. So you'd have to spend 200 grand to get the mid-engine car, and the front engine car was still going to be the car. Okay, that's originally why they told everybody that both cars were still going to be built on the assembly line at the same time. So they did a fantastic job of lying to their own team. They originally told you that the Grand Sport's coming. They originally told Haggerty that the Grand Sport's coming. That interview, by the way, is from these Haggerty interviews. I'll put the links in the comments below. And then they changed their mind and said, oh, there's not going to be a Grand Sport. And you guys think that they can't be doing the same thing again? As I said the other day, I think I'm the first to report that I think that Harlan's loss of an early retirement, loss of job, early retirement, is going to be a big surprise when he's at the bash and he's been promoted to some other gig within the company. Because I think that him being fired, I'll put it this way, regardless whether they hire him back or don't hire him back, I'm going to go out on a limb and say that as I've thought about this, he was fired because of the Grand Sport secret. And if he was fired because of the Grand Sport secret, it pertained to me. Meaning, the reason why that video got so many likes and so many views the other day internally at GM is because the execs know that I understand the concept that by he and Wendy Miller, which, by the way, let me show you something here. Wendy Miller is the one who basically went after me on the group. Who, okay, and see, Wendy Miller's, she puts up a cartoon face of herself on Facebook to try to look pretty. Oh, look how pretty Wendy Miller is. I knew it was going to be another Deb Lowe. Wait till you see this. Hang on. I knew it was going to be another Deb Lowe. Let's see here. So there's her and Harlan. And I found out with Harlan. So anyway, she basically says that they sat next to each other. So what are the odds that he's not only probably her boss, but that she sits next to him and that she's going to miss her friend? Shortly after I put up the videos that I'm going after General Motors with the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, what are the odds that she didn't potentially get Harlan in trouble because the executives at General Motors come to realize, so let me get this straight, Harlan, you guys have a secret Grand Sport coming. You know that your staff doesn't know about it. And you thought it was a good idea to have your staff who doesn't know about it, who sits next to you, poke and prod Brandon and get him banned from groups, and have GM insiders say that he's insane, that he's mentally ill, attack his character, ban him from groups. And you think that this is going to end well? when the guy's right and you give him a platform and everybody watches his videos from now on, because people realize, holy shit, not only is the guy right, General Motors wants to silence him. Okay? Working on the van, the lights went out. So, that would be a person putting the company in a very bad spot, because that then gives me grounds to assist in National Highway Traffic Safety Administration investigations. It gives me motivation to want to do so. It also gives me grounds to sue General Motors employees, to go after General Motors on the basis of these employees. And you have Wendy Miller admitting that she's been dealing with my complaints about Corvettes for 11 years, 13 years. I forget what number she said. When technically I only remember 8. But the fact of the matter is, her saying 13 is basically, or however many years she said, is basically them still admitting that they're very well aware of my complaints for the last 8 years about the fuel pumps. So it's them admitting that they know that there's an issue with the cars and that they think that my safety complaints about the cars are humorous. And they sit there and they poke and they say that my safety complaints are all BS, when my big first safety complaint, why I started the Vette Titans group, was the extra 2 quarts of fluid, which General Motors then remedied the sump geometry on the C8 after a couple of years of production, 2 or 3 years of production. They created a new sump to fix that issue. That way the cars wouldn't run out of DCT fluid when they go up and down steep hills or around, you know, that way you don't have to add the 2 quarts is basically what it comes down to. You can still use the lower amount of fluid, 2 quarts less than the race fill, and hopefully the transmission doesn't run dry. Another thing that General Motors failed to do was they failed to put a sight glass in the side of the transmission. The fucking transmission is $20,000, Mark Royce, and you guys are too cheap to put a sight glass on the side of the transmission so that we can check to see what our fills are. You realize some of your cars come from the factory with a low fill. You realize that if you have 3 transmissions go bad from the factory with a low fill, but see, they want it, that would pay for all the sight glasses for all the other transmissions. But the point is, they want it to be hard to check, because once you get out of warranty, they know that every time you change your filter, you're losing some fluid. They want you to for it to be hard for you to check the fluid so that the transmission self-destructs. They want the engines to fail when the oil rises on the C8 Z06s. They want the electrical glitches to happen, the Google infotainment glitches to happen, that causes the engines to experience detonation and the transmission control module to leave the chat and the transmission self-destructs. They want all these things to happen because they didn't think that we were smart enough to put it all together. So again, from the top, either A, Harlan is coming back, and this is part of the Grand Sport reveal, is when Harlan comes back, it's this big kabam news. Okay, Grand Sport, Harlan's back, blah, blah, blah. Okay, and General Motors might even say, the reason why we let him go is because we found out he's working on this secret Grand Sport, and that he lied to us, and that there's really a secret ZR1 that's even better than the Grand Sport. You see what I'm saying? So the ZR1 that you think is the ZR1 is actually the Grand Sport, and then there's the secret ZR1, which makes also the Grand Sport a secret. So they're going to say that's the reason why they fired him, and now they've decided, fine, bring him back. And that's why that Haggerty clip is now going viral, is because they're planting the seed for everybody. So it's all part of the plan. Or option 2, the reason why they fired him is just because they don't like the secret and they really didn't know about it. And they realize that I'm a threat, and they realize that this whole secret puts me in power. And my channel in power, to where everybody's going to say, listen, if you want to know about fucking Corvettes, you got to watch this guy, because somehow he always knows what the fuck's going on when nobody else does. Okay, Speed Phenom doesn't know what's going on with this stuff. Amelia doesn't know what's going on. Justin Horsepower Obsessed definitely doesn't know what's going on. He wants to take the opposite stance when I try to tell him the secrets. And even if all these people are in on the secrets, and Eddie X and all these people are in on the secrets, and instead, you know, it turns out that, you know, oh, we fooled you guys. Why would you want to waste your time watching them when you can just watch me and I teach you what's really going on? So everybody knows that I win. Like, I'm going to destroy these guys. As an update on the dealership, who I said might be getting bullied from General Motors to not do the TSB or whatever, they said today's Saturday. They said on Friday they were going to do it. The not TSB, but SPAC case. They said that they were going to do it today, so we'll see what happens. They said they were going to do it yesterday on Friday, so we'll see if they ever do it or not. But they still hadn't done it as of Friday, which is, today is Saturday, so it's a full 7 days from when I brought my car in. I haven't been able to drive my car because I'm waiting on a dealership to do a SPAC case. But to their defense, they said the guys had the flu, yada yada. But the point is, that's that. What else can I tell you? General Motors being non-responsive on my lemon cases when I reach out to them. So I'm turning them into the Attorney General and stuff because of that stuff. I have to get a lawyer to get General Motors to respond. So it's fine. These guys have so much egg on their face, guys. This is all going to come to a head here. This is big stuff that's all happening all at once. So anyway, that clip was from Haggerty. I'll put the links in this video, in the comments, in the description. See ya.